helped me ride the waves of the teenage times, that it's such a discovery of yourself. But because I lived such a disciplined life, that was my way to explore more of myself. I used to go to the nature and just bring my drum and drum, or take the harmonium and explore that way. That was my way of exploration of myself, was through sacred music. So it became such a passion and such a part of me that as I grew older and got married and lived a normal life, it became to me like, okay, what do I do now? And what kind of a job or what kind of career am I gonna have? And to me, it was just not about finding something separate than what I had already developed so much in myself, was such a part of me, that I began to share more and more kirtans. And I realized that it found me in a way. It was not something that I had to look, but something that came to my life at such a young age. And that's what I needed to share, because to me it was not only a fun celebration of life to chant the sacred names, that is also glorifying and calling divinity, but it's also so fun. So it became such a beautiful way of doing it all in one expression, doing something that I love to do, something that is so sacred and spiritual, something that brings so many people together, because kirtan is call and response. And when you have a group of people celebrating and doing this chant, is such a powerful energy that what people tell me their experiences, and so many people have healing experiences or really deep meditations where they go into their heart and they get to explore the center of their being. That's what kirtan is. It brings you to your center of who you are as spirit soul. You don't just because it also is such a repetition of mantra, it takes you out of your mental chatter. We get so caught up in life with so much mental busyness and anxieties of how am I going to do this and that. And I find that kirtan, mantra meditation, will really clear all that out, and you find yourself in your center and you feel happy and people dance, and it's a celebration of life. That's what it is for me. I did confront some judgment from people that felt that it was almost kind of irresponsible not to find something that will be more financially stable. But so I did have some difficulty with that in my own self, like, well, and I tried different things actually before I was able to just like, this is not me. And I finally had the courage to face the challenges, the financial challenges, to truly devote myself to what I believe. And the more I believe in what I'm doing is the true thing, abundance begins to flow in a more natural way as well, in a magical way. It's like there's never, like, even when I got this house and I told the landlord, well, this is what I do sacred music, my income is not fixed, I can't tell you how much I make every month, but I always have what I need, and I'm able to pay the rent every month. And because of my energy was so certain and assertive, the guy was like, okay, the house is yours. So that, all those little steps each year, I feel like I make another step in that direction of trusting and believing that this is me, this is what I do, this is my expression, not only as a human being, but as a spiritual being as well. So it's about that weaving of the spiritual and the material, the humanness of my existence in life. Because I grew up as such a spiritualist, it was all about giving everything to God and only serving. I never touched money for years. It was, you serve and then you're taken care of. So you're completely in a place of trust and serving. So coming into a place in my life of weaving that humanness of like, okay, I have to survive in this world that is very materialistic. So it's been a really beautiful journey each year to make the next step. Like, this is what I do. I don't know exactly how the money is going to come at this point, but it will come, and I know it because I'm doing what I was born to do. This is me. This is my expression as spiritual being and as a human being. This woman that was born in Chile that has very particular roots. Being born in Chile and coming into this country was also a huge journey for me because it's such a different culture. In Chile, we grew up as such a united family with lots of aunties and uncles and cousins. My house was always full of people. And when I came to this country, it was a lot more division. My husband, that I met at that time, American, it was like when I met his family, there was so much formality and so much separation. So that in itself was kind of difficult for me to have to adjust to a completely different culture, way of life. And it's been beautiful to meet so many people and find that through music we are all united. It's like the language of the soul, especially sacred music. It just unites everybody. There's no separation of culture, race, or any of that.